Hello everyone. Let us take question just to clear more about parallelogram theorem, how to apply it in the practical problem. So I'm taking one more example. Uh, the question says that the magnitude of two forces is such that, now the magnitude is given, magnitude of two forces is such that when acting at right angle produces a resultant of under root 20. Now it may be kilonewton, it may be newton, as it is not given, so we can go with newton. And when acting at 60 degree produces the resultant of under root 28. Now angle is given 60, then resultant is 28. Angle is given right angle means 90 degree, then resultant force is under root 20. Find out the magnitude of two forces. Now in this case, how we can solve this question? If I draw the free body diagram of this question, the two cases are there. In the first case, let's say the two forces are like this. These two forces are perpendicular to each other, so the angle is given right angle, so we draw like this. Let's say this is 90 degree. Now we assume that this is force P and this is force. Now these are the two forces. P force is going in this direction, Q is going in this direction, having angle 90 degree in between them, and this is, and we can say these are the coplanar concurrent forces, because line of action of these two forces are joining at O point, right? Now this is the one first case. Now the second case is that when the two forces are acting like this. So let's say this is the direction for P, same this is the direction for Q, and this is the again line of action, intersection of line of action for the force P and Q. Now in between the angle is given 60 degree, right? Now as the question is telling us, in this case the resultant means in between these two, here will be the resultant, and the value of resultant, right angle produces a resultant of under root 20, so this is root 20, and here when it is 60 degree, then the resultant is under root 28 degree. Now we have to find out the value of P and Q, right? Now according to the question I can say there are now two situations, so we take two cases here. Now this is case number 1 and this is case number 2. Now we say there are two cases, so as per the first case we write the equation. So we can say according to parallelogram theorem, we know that for this case, if I write for this case, resultant r square, this is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq and cos theta. Now what is this theta? Theta is here the angle between the two forces. So I have taken r square, so that is why I am not taking under root of this, right? So first I'll solve the first this case, then I'll go for the second case, given case. So here now we know the value of r resultant, that is root 20. So square of root 20, that will be 20 only. R is under root 20, so r square will be 20, that is equal to P, it is unknown value, Q unknown value, but 2pq cos, angle is known, cos 90 degree, right? Now as cos 90 will be 0, so if I use this value here I can say 20, that will be equal to now p square plus q square, and we can say this is the equation 1. Got this point? Now we will go for the second case. Now the second case is that if we apply the same parallelogram theorem in the second case, we say that again same formula, because there is under root 28, so we use the same square So r square, that is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So we apply the values. Now we fill the values, that is 28. Again I'm telling, this is under root 28, r is under root 28. So here r square will be only 28 is equal to p square. We don't know this, q square this. So 2pq cos theta. Now theta is given here 60 degrees. So cos 60 degrees. Right? Now we know the value of cos 60, as cos 60 will be 1 by 2. So what will be our solution now for this case? The equation will become now 28, that is equal to p square plus q square. So 2 cancel, so it will remain only pq. So we can say this is the equation we get it from case second. Now we subtract the equation 1 from 2, what we will get? P square plus q square plus pq, that is 28, minus p square plus q square is equal to 20. So if I apply the minus here, what will be the solution? PQ will be now 8 only, right? So PQ is 8, as in this equation the value is in squares. So what we get, we will find out either p square or q square from here. So let's say we find out the q square. Q square is equal to 64 by p square. Now how I get 64? I take square on both sides. P square q square is equal to 8 square. So q square on this side, 8 square, 64. P come here down, so p come here, 64 divided by p square, right? So we get this value. Now put this value in equation number 1. As in equation number 1, only one variable will be there, unknown variable. So we put this value in the equation number 1. We get the value 20 is equal to p square plus 64 divided by p square, right? Now what we do in this, we solve this equation. How we can take? So it will be now p power 4 plus 64 divided by p square, right? Now it will go in this side. So 20 p square is equal to p power 4 plus 64. Now we will simplify the equation and we get 20 p square plus 64, that is equal to 0. If I simplify the equation, we can say it will be p square minus 16 and p square minus 4, that is equal to 0, right? Now from this we can easily get that if I say this is 0 or this will be 0. So if this is 0, we get value of p is equal to 4, and if this is 0, we get the value of p is equal to 2. Means either p will be 4 or p will be 2. Now if we put these values in equation 1, if you remember the equation 1, this is the equation 1. Now we can put the value here or in equation 2, so to find out the other value. So if I say, let's say p is 4, now we put the value in the equation 1, that is equation 1 was this only, so we put the value here. So if p is 4, it will be 4 square means 16, so q square will be 20 minus 16, that is 4 only, so q will be 2. The value of p is 4, we get the value of q 2. Now if the value of p is 2, we will apply the same in this same equation. Now what we will get, 20 is equal to p square, that is 2 q square. So we will get q square is equal to 20 minus 4, that is 16. So q will be 4. So these are the two required value of forces P and Q. So it depends on the value of P.